Alright, so I'm pretty sure that we all heard about Dehancer. But what actually is Dehancer? Well, Dehancer produces film emulation plugins for editing softwares. That's pretty great because we all want that vintage look in our digital ass lives. So let's check out their website. I'm pretty sure that you can get it for a reasonable price. Oh! Okay, before anything goes, I didn't buy this. Dehancer actually contacted me via Instagram and asked if I wanted to make a review of it. So, of course I said yes. If I get the opportunity to try something new, I'm all for it. So, thanks Dehancer. Also, I'm trying to be as truthful and as honest as possible, but because this is a partnership, that means that if you decide to buy the program after you watch this, you can get a 10% discount with using the promo code NORD. That's just a program they do, and I said, sure, why not? Because I can test this now, and I'm very hyped about this. Right, in this video, we'll do 3 tests to see if this is even worth it, because I'm gonna look at this plugin as a Davinci user. And if you didn't know, Davinci does have film emulation, at least for the studio version, and it's pretty good. I like it. I like it a lot. So do you even need a film emulation plugin if Davinci already comes with one, especially one that costs $500? Well, let's test it out. Now, for the first test, I want to look at how good is this plugin to actually get a similar image to, you know, the big movies and shit. So what I did is I looked up a few films that I liked to see if any of them were shot on film, and they were. For example, we got Oppenheimer. That was shot on a Kodak Vision 3 250D color negative film. And I don't know if that is in the plugin, but can I get a similar looking image from it? That is something that I would really like to know, because I think that's all about, you know. We can get a pretty good glimpse at how this was shot, you know. This looks pretty similar to what I usually shoot. Let me just get one of my own shots and see if I can replicate it. And this and this is me. Alright, okay, I just found an old video of mine. If you installed the plugin, you're just gonna go into the color node, into the color tab, go into effects, you scroll all the way down, and there it is. Boom, you got it. And now you can do all the great stuff. Thing is, it usually starts at Rec 709, so we're gonna do some post-production because this is my log footage. So this is my conversion from S-Log 2 on my Sony a6500. Yes, I use old cameras. Sue me, I guess. And that's the before and after. I think decent, looks good. Now, usually, if I want to achieve any look ever, I'll have to add some nodes, and I go in this and that and try and do stuff. But this time, I'm not going to do that. No, I'm pretty sure that this is actually one of the easiest way to achieve real film looks. So we're just gonna put this in here. Let's go and have a look. Okay, Kodak Vision 3 250D. Holy shit, that was the last film I actually used. That's funny. Okay, now something that you can see is that it looks like film. At the top we have some exposure compensation, you know, we can bring it up and down, and immediately what I notice is the film grain. I think this plugin has a really great grain. A really good grain. Now, of course, we can also do some temperature compensation, and I would say this light, I mean, I think it was daylight, but I would still make it a little bit warmer. Wrong direction. And now, actually, all that you need to do for this plugin is to go step by step and adjust it the way you want it to look. And I think that's pretty cool, because you don't have to think about, okay, I'm going to use this node, and then I need that node, and then I need this node. It all stays in one node, and I think that actually does help a little bit with performance. But this is 4K footage on a 4K timeline, and it runs pretty smoothly, considering that I have a pretty old PC. Alright, once we put a film in, we go to Film Developer, and now we can contrast boost. Oh, we need to enable. Oh yeah, that is boosted contrast. Yes. And then all I do is literally I just move the sliders to see what they do, and then I can adjust. I think it's great. A bit more color in here. Film compression. I love film compression. Okay, that is what I mean. The film compression, where the plugin kind of, you can see it right there, it tries to pull down everything in the highlights to make it more smooth. And I think that is something that even I struggle with in photos sometimes, where when I want, you know, some filmic looking photos that I shot on my camera, that I shot on my digital camera, to look a bit more filmic, that is usually the first thing you do is you make the image a little bit flatter. And I think that this plugin does this incredibly well. You can see right here, you know, those are the very bright spots, but there's still information there. So all I do is boop, pull it down. And it's not as bright, it's not as much contrast, but also it looks more like film. Total range. Oh, hell yeah. And this is what I mean. This is what it looks like when I just shot it on a digital camera. And this is all brought down, and I think it looks really good. I mean, sure, you don't want to do it too much, but man, that is what film does look like. And this is what I think is really great. The expand. So first of all, you can expand white and black points, but it works so great together, because this is what it would look like without the compression, without the expand. Then you compress the image to pull all the colors down, but still have them be colory, not just white that you pull down. And then you can make the white point a little bit lower, so the actual values are a bit higher. And that gives it more contrast without losing detail. You see, this is the before, and this is the after, and you get so much more detail out of this, and that is actually what you want from film. So I think they nailed this pretty good. Then you can also enable some printing, if you want to have this printed on, you know, some different stuffs. I'm just gonna skip that one. But yeah, that is the main selling point of this. Then of course, I already told you, the film grain. I think the grain in this looks really good, like really good. You can go with 8mm to have it more grainy, or you can go with full frame 35mm. But again, oh wait, they have 64? Oh, I think that is even too fine. I like the 35. I don't know about YouTube compression. I don't know how well you can see this, but let me just disable. You can see still a lot of digital pixeling, I suppose. You can see right here in the hair and up here, but with this thing enabled. That is masked. And that is what makes it look so natural, in my opinion. Of course, we do have film grain and halation and bloom or glow in Davinci Resolve. So I'll talk more about that in the conclusion, but let me show you the halation. The halation has very little control, and I think personally that that's a good thing. Okay, what actually is halation? Halation is like this, let's call it red glow around hotspots in the image. You can see it really well in here, where when I enable it, it just glows a little bit. And that is actually a physical reaction on the film layer itself. So getting it digitally is pretty difficult. And something that I have done before is I just overdid it. I put so much halation on it that it really didn't look like halation at all. It just looked like some weird bloom. So, and of course, this is a $500 plugin, so you can go and customize every little thing if you want to, but I really like these presets, going like 8mm, 60mm, and up to 65mm. So I really, really love these. Oh, Jesus Christ, preset. What the hell? No Remjet. Remjet. Jesus Christ. Oh, that is a lot. But yeah, it looks way more natural than when I did it myself and trying to customize it. So having this is actually a really great workflow, because you don't have to worry about it. You don't have to worry about being accurate, because the team, the Dehancer team, already did the work and provided you the necessary settings to be like, okay, this is 8, this is 60, and 35, and 65. And of course, we cannot have the bloom, my guy. It's the bloom. Everything from mist filters to adding bloom in post. I think that's a thing we all do if we want cinematic and or filmic looks. It's just we slap bloom on it because it looks good. It makes it look soft and less sharp and digitally. So yeah, we have a simplified bloom that you can. Okay, I said simplified. Never mind. We can have a highly customizable bloom in here as well. And again, great thing about it, everything is in one node. Oh no. Oh. Alright, okay. I forgot about this. You can actually get a little overscan. This feature, you know, might be like, oh, I can just do that with an overlay. But the fact that it's all here, being customizable, I think that's great that it's in here, because usually if you wanted a specific look, if you want, you know, like a film transition, that is what I would immediately think of for something like this. You would have to get all these different overlays, and that they're just here. It's just a great add-on. Then of course we have a vignette, because who doesn't like vignettes? I love vignettes. Oh yeah, of course you can activate some false colors to see if everything's right, or some clipping indication. I don't care that it's black. Okay, so we got the reference, I'll say, and this one. Now of course my image comes from an old Sony camera. That is why I immediately see that there's way too much magenta in my skin, instead of, you know, this being on an actual real film camera where this isn't the problem. I really don't like it with the old Sonys. In this section, I want to have a look at how this would function in an everyday scenario, or just like, you know, if I want to colorate something fast, get a specific look, but not make it too much. Because recently I did these 2 edits for school. I made 2 videos for my school, and, you know, I graded them myself, but I did it pretty fast, you know, not that accurate. And I think I actually put on some glow effects, and it just overexposed. And I just didn't care, because I was like, fuck it, aesthetic now, I guess. So I wanted to have a look if this plugin could have saved me from, you know, that, getting a quick, cool look, but still provide everything I need. Okay. So this one I really struggled with, so let's start with this one. This is my usual tree, as usual. This is 4K on a 4K timeline, shot on my Sony a6500 as usual. I wanted some moody shots, so we just went outside when it was dark with a bright light, and I think we had some decent shots in here. Let's see what this plugin could have done. First, I'll remove everything from the grade, of course. The color correction and shit, I'm still gonna leave on. This is the before, this is the after. This is my conversion tree into Rec 709, because I have a very specific setup. I have to do this. Alright, let's scroll all the way down and get Dehancer Pro. There's immediately something happening, because I think it already installed something. Yes, alright, so Rec 709. Again, that's what I'm starting with, and let's have a quick look. So, because I don't have anything visioned right now, I'm actually just going to click buttons and see what looks good. Alright, we have a lot of codecs. I think codec looks pretty good on the day, during the day. I don't think we need something more warm for the wood. So let's have a look. Oh, I like this one. Oh, you can even push that shit. Oh, I think this is exactly what I was looking for when I did the initial grade. Something that would, you know, give some blue, but still kept the warmth of my thingy. Actually, okay, let's go with this one. You know, I'm losing a lot of detail. Need to be very careful with this one. I mean, I don't really care if I lose some details in the shadows, because that is what the shot was designed to do. What is gamma correction? At this point, again, I'm just... Oh, color boost? Oh, but that looks a little bit as in the shadows. I do like the color boost. I'll add some, not too much. Yeah, wait, hold up. This is coming together quite nicely. Oh, I like the skin tones as well. Wait, hold up. Wait a second. You can even print it on some different... Oh, what the hell? Damn. What the shit? That is moody as fuck. That fits so good. Okay, well, let's go with the codec. Again, this is just what I was looking for. You can fill with the exposure without really losing much detail. Oh, I like that. Right, let's put some film grain on this bitch. It's already on, and I actually like the amount. Wow. Wait, wow, that is good grain. Holy smokes, I like that grain. Oh yeah, you can probably see it over here. Just pure white, and then just some tiny specks of grain. Do I need halation for the shot? I used halation for this shot, just to compare. Yes, let's use halation so we can actually immediately compare the Davinci halation to the Dehancer halation. So now, of course, you can see 4K on a 4K timeline. It's chugging. It do be chugging, and quite frankly, I don't have the most modern PC. I still rock a 1080 Ti, which I think works great because it has 11 gigabytes, you know, of the VRAM, but still. Well, okay, let's jump over to this clip and compare. Now, you can definitely tell that I tried to have some warmth in the box, and also some blue-ish shit in the shadows right here. But I just fucked it up. I couldn't get it to work really, and since it was very urgent for me to get this shit finished, I actually didn't care. I was like, oh yeah, fine, it's not that important, just send it through, you know. Comparing it, this does look much better. The contrast, much more balanced. The colors, especially. I am not a professional colorist at all. I don't even have the monitors for that. But I can still see that. Yeah, this muddy, you know, mushy goes over into the dark areas. Not that great, but like this. Damn! And all of this in one fucking node. Okay, it crushes a bit more, but it's also warmer. It's not as green in the shadows. And the viewer's eye is directed more to this bright area. Wow, the wood looks so good! Holy shit, I could not get that! I tried! Man, I tried! I'm jealous! What? I am genuinely surprised. Okay, people, I think this concludes this test. If you need something looking real good, real fast, you will be fine. Look at this. For the last test, I want to have a look at how easy it is to get different styles fast, because recently I did a really cool shot where I backlit myself, you know, just silhouette. I did 2 different exposures just in case, and I wanted to find out how good is this plugin to, you know, scroll through some different films and to see if there's anything I like, because for people that do a lot of filmic, movie-ish type stuff, that just want a filmic look with not a lot of effort, this might be a really good investment, because so far we saw that it's fast, that it can produce really great images. So for someone who does this really often, this could be a huge game changer. Let's have a look. Okay, sadly this is 16, no, this is 9 by 16, so I'll remove my grade. Not a huge difference. Okay, this was the before, and this is the after. Yeah, looks good. Now let's scroll through some films. Now immediately I know I don't want the vision. I want something warmer. So actually, I'm just gonna go through all of them. I cannot use my arrow keys. It's too green. It's too blue. Ooh, I like this one. Africa Egg Factor. Some chrome. Yeah, that's very yellow. It's some black and white. I really like black and white shooting sometimes. Wow, I like this one. Every preset here was handmade from actual real films. So they had those films, and from those film rolls they made these presets in their film emulation tool, which I think is nuts. So we all know that this isn't just like someone who made a lot, you know. I think this is actually what it would look like, and I think that's great. Yeah, it's just me. Oh, you see, you can even get some creative shots like this. Warm shadows and very cold highlights from an image that looked the total opposite. No, not the total opposite, but you know what I mean. Oh, I like this one. I like this little, just a little tiny hint of green. Yeah, let's do that one. Actually remove some contrast and boost the colors. Yeah, just a little bit. Yeah. Now the film compression. the shit I really like. Okay, of course, the film compression isn't magic. They cannot just get overexposed things back, you know. This is the OG footage, but it can make it look a lot softer. I like it. So those were in even 5 minutes, and now I have something that I would say, yeah, that's what I wanted. That is what I liked, and I can really easily just go and I can say, okay, how about a little bit more grainy grain for this shot, because I think it would fit. And then I could go and I say, all right, enable halation as well, because, you know, that gives a really nice glow on these highlighting edges. All right, I really like that, actually. Let's pull it all into 60mm film. Oh, wow, okay. Maybe some 6mm bloom as well, and amplify it so it's... actually, should I amplify it? You can also do some film damage, where there will be jitter and scratches on the screen, which I think looks good. And you also know that that means that I don't have to pull any third-party overlay and pull it on top, because that is what I would usually do to get these kind of effects. You know, just find something online and put it on there. Yeah, there with some spots. You can see them. Hi. All right. Okay, so of course I added a lot of halation and bloom, but what I think is great is the way it actually wraps around the edges. Now, in conclusion, who do I think this is for? If you are a Davinci Resolve user and you don't have the studio version yet, I would suggest just getting the studio version. You get tons of features and a lot of really good film emulation tools as well. And believe me, they work great. If you know what you're doing and you want to spend a little time working on a project, making sure that it looks good, it's way better. It is enough. Let me tell you, it looks good. You can get some really good results in Resolve. Now, who do I think this is for? I think this is for people who do this in basically every project. If you are a creative and you want a really good filmic looking image out of every project you do, because all you do is like creative music videos or actual real film projects all of the time, then sure, this is a really good tool, because you can do it way faster, you can do it accurate, and you can have some presets from actual film and actual halation, actual film grain. It's really good. But for someone like me, for example, I wouldn't spend $500 to have all of this. Every once in a while I do want that filmic look, and I make some projects that I really want to look filmic, but I don't do it on such a degree that I would justify myself spending $500 for this. Now, then again, you can get some of these things on their own. For example, the grain, the bloom, and the halation. Again, my opinion is they do look a lot better, especially the bloom looks a lot better than on Davinci Resolve. I think the glow effect on Davinci Resolve, it's fine, it's good, but this one brings it just to the next level. I think this one is great. And again, there's also some subscription models where you spend less to have it for like just one project, where it says, okay, I want this, but only for one project. Then you can go, okay, I can work 3 months on this for $150, and then it's gone. A whole year for 300. Again, it depends on what you need, and I think it's really good that Dehancer gives you that flexibility. But if you think that this is an actual, real useful tool for you, any of those, then again, use the promo code NORD and you will have 10% off. And also, I think I'll get 10% of that revenue, so you'll support me and yourself. But I'll be honest, actually just buy this if you really need it. Don't fall into the plugin trap like one of my friends did. He's just buying so many plugins. I mean, he's a music producer, but don't fall into that trap. Be smart. And with that, the conclusion is over. I hope you have a wonderful day. Subscribe. Subscribe. Please, man, just subscribe. I want 1K, please. Please.